What is up, guys? Scorpion K3 here, back again with another episode of Terraria. Last time we made it down to the elevator, or made it down to hell with our elevator. That's what I call that big long elevator with the rope down. This time we're going to head over. Wait, we'll be fine. We're going to head over to the right side of the world, to find the ocean on that side. Check out that area, and secondarily to go to the dungeon. I forgot all about doing the dungeon because normally I would have defeated the boss before getting down to hell and finding all that jazz, but I forgot. So we're gonna do it this time. We have to wait for night to fall, but it should in theory be nighttime by the time we get there because, well, we're still slow. We don't have the dash boots. We didn't find them yet. This world has been pretty scarce on the treasure houses, so that's a little sad. We also might end up doing some searching for the sky areas, because I think I have the necessary ingredients to craft the potions. I'm not 100% certain on that, but I think I have most of the necessary bits. And so if I do, I will go ahead and make my way through the sky and try and find a sky island. Oh right, I have a grappling hook, which I should be using because it's great for moving faster. I also traded in a strange plant for some red acid dye, so my boots are a nice vivid red and my grappling hook's red. And like I said, the grappling hook is great for mobility because now I can do these little dash runs, and while I don't have the dash boots, I can motor along a bit faster using the grappling hook and some clever shooting. If you hit space just as you get close to the source of your grapple, you can dislodge it and just go ahead and... Ouch, fall damage is bad. You can go ahead and use it as kind of like a running boost. See that? It takes some getting used to timing-wise. This freaking sandstorm. Just rude as crap. But, yeah, you can use a grappling hook for dash running, basically, before you have any kind of dash boot. Which makes life a bit easier and a bit faster. For obvious reasons, because speed is key. A certain Irishman taught me that speed was key. And now we're in a new area that we hadn't properly reached before because we were too weak and squishy. I'm hoping... Yeah, I was going to say, I'm hoping there's a chest in here that I can make use of. Or search. Not something I care too much about. But at least we found it. And now we have another chest to use because I'm always running out of inventory space, if I'm being perfectly honest. But for now, we are going to just keep motoring on, because we can. And who knows, maybe we'll find that other meteorite that landed, because we had another meteorite landing in one of our earlier episodes. And the grappling hook makes life so much better. I don't know how many times I'm going to say that. It's just, get a grappling hook as soon as you can. It's not always easy to get a hold of one, but if you can, do it. What did I just see down here? Oh, just a little bit of caviness. Caviness. And here's our dungeon. So this is where we will fight one of the bosses. And since it's not quite nighttime, can I dig through this with my Yeah, I can. Okay, cool. I wasn't sure if I could dig through this with this particular pickaxe, but the answer is yes. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Boop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop-boo. Slowly mining through. What I should have done is I should have brought some wood with me to make an arena to fight the boss, because we'll be fighting him right on top of this dungeon. Sometimes I make an arena, sometimes I don't. I suppose it just depends. I don't know if I will need it. I can't remember what difficulty tier this boss is at, but I think he's below the, like, hell bosses, but above all the other ones. I'm not sure. Either way, I'm going to go set up a quick little arena up here. Made out of... Most of my arenas you'll find when I'm playing are made out of platforms. Because I just like platform arenas. Because you can jump through them. You can create all kinds of shapes if you want, I suppose. Although I don't know why you would create complicated shapes. I just like having mobility for dodging. Pretty much it. Ooh. My light keeps flickering. I think it's because I'm running a heater. If it continues, I might have to unplug that heater. So I'm running a lot of technology down here, and I would be very upset if my recording got lost because the thing decided to poop its pants. Let's see, based off of here. Which one is number 6? That one? Okay. And I always try to make platforms within 6 blocks of each other so that I can just jump. Because if you have to double jump, it tends to cause issue, I've found. Because sometimes you'll like slightly fall off a ledge and then you'll go to jump and... yeah, it just causes issue. I suggest just making sure that your platforms are easily jump-toable. And technically, I'm wasting platforms because if you really want to maximize it, you can space out your platforms like this. Because you need a 2-wide block to fall, so you can make an arena out of these, like, dashed lines, I suppose would be the best way to phrase it. But I ain't about that life, so I ain't gonna do it. I'm just making a little ladder to get up to this arena once I activate the boss, because you activate it by talking to the old man. And I'm gonna just do one of these and one of these so I can get up here quick. Convenient timing is convenient. Or convenient spacing is convenient, I should say. And while we wait for night to fall, I'm going to go ahead and keep exploring to the right a little bit. Because I wanna. And that's pretty much the only reason I need. And boop, prevent the fall damage. Keep our dash running going. There could be a chest down in here, so I'm going to check that out. I found a surprisingly scant amount of these surface chests. Although we have got some good stuff. And after we beat this boss, I think I'm going to head to the jungle. Because there's lots of... ooh, gross. More crimson. There's a lot of loot and good things to be found in the jungle. So I want to take advantage and harvest as much of that as I can. Is there a chest in here? No. Sad day. And as you can see, I mentioned it in the last episode, but this gun has a pretty loud sound effect, but it's one of the most versatile and useful weapons you can get at this stage in the game, in my opinion, because with the meteorite armor, which is a decently powerful armor, you have infinite ammo, so you never have to worry about not firing, so you can just keep that pressure going on anything you're fighting. So all the bosses, you're just constantly firing and it pierces through, so if they have multiple pieces of themselves... Another Goblin Scout. We've killed so many Goblin Scouts that we may in fact be able to just make a Goblin Battle Standard and summon the Goblin Army. Oh, hey look, here's our meteorite. Only this time I can walk on the blocks because I have the Obsidian Skull. I suppose I will head back. Might as well. Well, you know, got a couple bombs. I'll drop a couple bombs. just to harvest a little bit of it. Because I can make meteorite shot for my gun, which, while not super powerful, is decently powerful. Let's head back and get ready to fight our next boss. Jeebus Christmas. Are we going to have a goblin invasion in our next day cycle? I really hope we do. Because I really would like to find the friendly goblin NPC. Because he's got some cool stuff in store for us. Oh, that looks pretty cool. The acid red dye makes our feet glow. That's pretty cool looking. I did not know that was a thing. But I put it on my ice boots, so my feet are glowy. Which is an unintended and awesome side effect of doing that. Yeah, you guys are big, scary grossness. Ouch. The spikes are hurting. Well, thorns. They're thorn bushes, but potatoes. What is this? Unconscious man. Oh, I forgot he spawns after you kill some things. I don't remember what you have to kill to trigger him. Ooh, zombies are out, which means we can totally fight the boss now. You have to wait until it's truly nighttime to summon this boss. Otherwise, the guy just goes, come back at night. And we are 10 minutes in, so yeah, it's a good point to be fighting the boss. We did a little bit of exploration. And I'm hoping I don't die horribly. I think I'm geared enough for it. But you talk to the old man, curse him, and he turns into that thing. Skeletron. He's only got 4,000 health, so hopefully... Oh, he's hit me pretty hard. I might have needed to get better armor. But the reason I wanted this platform was because he's got those big wavy hands that like to ruin your day. So just having a little bit of mobility and some dodging areas. Oh no, I think I'll be okay. As long as I'm careful and avoid the hands. Shouldn't take too much damage. And I've got the Band of Regeneration, so I won't have to worry too much about my health in the short term. Yeah, I think I got this. Which is good. I got a little worried when he hit me and I took a decent ouch chunk of damage. Oh right, I have the better potions now too because I went to hell already. So yeah, I should be totally fine as long as I don't play sloppy. A lot of the bosses in this game are really trivialized if you're good at mobility. So learning how to dodge and move and keep yourself safe. Most of the bosses don't have like unavoidable attacks. Just some of them are a little harder to avoid than others. And you are muerte. He is dead. Now, the reason we wanted to destroy him was we want access to this dungeon. If you try and enter the dungeon before he is dead, he will just literally insta-kill you. He'll come out from the side and one-shot kill you. We'll go and check this out a little bit. I'm going to keep exploring to the right of the world first, but I wanted to show you guys a little teaser. Down in here is the dungeon, and by the time you get here, I think it'd be about here. He would just insta-kill you. And just squish you dead. Nothing you can do about it. But now that he's safely good and dead, we can explore this area. Now there's lots of good loot down here. One thing in particular I always try and get as quickly as possible is an item called the Cobalt Shield. And we are also searching for these golden keys because there are golden chests down here that can only be opened with golden keys, which you get from killing enemies in here, breaking pots in here, and opening chests in here. If you find a brown chest inside of the dungeon, it will always have a gold key inside of it. The gold chests themselves will not have a key inside of it, because that would be silly. You spend a gold key and get a gold key. So there's a bit of RNG involved when it comes to actually acquiring the gold keys, but for the most part it's pretty easy, I'd say, to acquire keys. And what I'm hoping for is there are two items in particular I want. The Cobalt Shield, which we did not get, but we did get the other critical item. Nope. Which is this, the Muramasa. We need it to make one of the ultimate weapons of the game. Well, one of the ultimate weapons of the early game, I should say. And then this is a biome chest. So there is a key that you can get from fighting inside the biome. This is the ice biome chest. So if we spend some time in the ice biome attacking and fighting and killing enemies, very grindy, there is a chance upon killing an enemy for it to drop a biome key. There are 5, let's see, ice, crimson, jungle. Ice, crimson, jungle. I feel like there's a 4th one. Either way. Oh, right, hollow, but that's not till hard mode. But you can open up these chests with the key. Only the key has like a 1 in 10,000 drop chance. So if you kill 10,000 enemies, you're guaranteed 1, allegedly. But even that's not an actual guarantee, because it's only a chance. So there have been times where I have fought in a biome. Hey, and the Cobalt Shield was the other thing I wanted. So, like, I got the 2 things I wanted the most. And we found another biome key, or another biome chest. Ow, poison dart traps. Now, I always surround them in torches when I find them, because on the map, you can see it much better with the torch, whereas the chest itself just looks kind of small and dainty. And then the other thing I want from in here is to go delete these freaking traps. That's priority number 1. The other thing oh right, actually I needed a few things out of here now that I think about it. So I wanted the Cobalt Shield and the Muramasa. Those were the items I needed to obtain from chests. And then the other things I wanted was this blue candle. When you have the blue candle, it generates extra aggro, so more enemies will spawn around you, which is, you would think bad, but good for grinding for resources. So like, in order to get that particular item I was talking about, it's advantageous. Now this alchemy table is great because it lets you do potion crafting while also potentially increasing your yield. So it'll sometimes negate losing resources. Zombie arm I'll sell, bone I'll sell, bombs I'll keep a hold of, dart trap sell, higher tier healing potions. I will put that in my accessories. Actually no, I'll just sell it. I don't care about it. Sell that. Hold on to the bombs, put that in my piggy bank. Yeah, okay. Put all these things away, put this in my potions chest. Put my deathweed in the potion ingredients chest. I don't know how I acquired deathweed, because that's a corruption thing. Vicious mushroom is the crimson equivalent, so I'm not entirely sure how I acquired that. Quick stack. Oh, I don't have any raw meteorite in here. Put this in my piggy bank. I will also put this sword in the piggy bank. I don't really use it weapon-wise. Put the bomb in. Put away all my monies. Catch some of these fireflies, because they make for good bait. They actually have a fairly high spawn rate, which is nice. Need flight. Need to be able to fly. Where did I decide? Granite is the accessories chest. Fishing chest was right next to it. Okay, cool. But we got that boss defeated. Now I need to head towards the jungle, I think is what I'll do. Quick stack. No, go in there. How much time have we spent? So we've got 10 minutes. The jungle's kind of a deal. Unless I want to do jump cut edits. Just kind of search around. Well, it's daytime now. Actually, you know what? I'm going to force the spawn of that thing with some wood. And we can do it at the loom, because I'm sick of waiting. So I will make the goblin battle standard. The goblin army is approaching. Boom jams. We will do that to end the episode, because that feels better. It'll only happen during the day, and it's a goblin army. I was hoping for it to spawn naturally, but we killed so many scouts that I can force it to happen, which I'm okay with. Now it said they were approaching from the east, northeast, southwest. So in this world, your compass is kind of up is north, down is south, northeast, right is east, left is west. So you'll need that for compasses too, I suppose, but really just remember the goblins approaching from the east, I think it said, so they'll be coming from this way. So we're just gonna wait for the goblin army to arrive. Didn't figure it'd take so long. From the east, yeah, come on, just arrive already. It gives you time to prepare. I'll just turn in, there we go. Now there are several types. There are the little goblin scouts. They're quick and mobile. They're the goblin, I don't know what they were called just there. Goblin warriors. They're heavy. They hit harder, but they're slow, so they're a little less dangerous. Then you have goblin archers, who, I mean, they're archers. And then you have goblin mages who shoot a projectile that you can destroy if you have a projectile. So all in all, also they teleport. All in all, the goblin army's not too dangerous. As long as you have a decent tier of armor, then, you know, you'll be pretty well off. Also, the dryad likes to shoot out a buff to prevent you from taking damage if you're close enough. I don't remember. I think you have to be within that ring. But I just kind of walk back and forth. You can see it says cleared percentage, so as you destroy them, the cleared percentage increases until you get to 100%. And then once you have successfully defeated the goblin army, there's a chance of finding our goblin buddy, which is the whole reason why I wanted to do this. Because once I have the goblin buddy, my life will become quite a bit better. Although I still need to find Hermes boots or flurry boots, I suppose. So maybe I'll go searching through the ice biome some more after this to try and find a treasure room. Although I can also find them in the jungle, and the jungle was a thing I was trying to go check out. So I suppose I'll kind of play it by ear. The archers are my least favorite enemy because you can't block their arrows. You just have to dodge them, and they can shoot from so far away, it can actually be a little hard to dodge them. These guys drop spike balls, which are useful for any enemy that floats back and forth, because you can set them down on, like, shelves. What are they called? My brain just totally forgot. Platforms. You can set them down on platforms, and any enemy that kind of drifts back and forth will just run over it and take constant damage until they inevitably break. I don't use them. I did when I first fought Skeletron because I didn't know what to do, so I set him along the top, and as you saw when we were fighting him how he was kind of going back and forth. Well, if you have him going back and forth through a constantly damaged little orb, his health tends to melt pretty quickly. So it is, I suppose, a viable strategy to fight some of the weaker enemies, or to set a long track on any enemy that'll, like, chase you if you can run away from it and have it chasing you. A goblin army has been defeated, yay! That's what I was hoping for. There's also a rare drop that they can give called a harpoon. It's kind of like the chain knife we had in earlier episodes, but far more damaging. They did not drop it, which, you know, is a little sad. Fitz the Clothier has arrived. I need to make more housing, because I can't remember if the goblin will spawn if you don't have a place for him to live. So I think I'll do that. Where are we at? 24 minutes? Yeah, I'll go ahead and make housing for him. So we will grab our grab our platforms, move these down out of the way for the time being. Grab our gray brick. Where is our gray brick? There it is. And then we also need wood to create the things. I'll make I'll make 4 more houses. Yes, yes. So I will need 4 doors. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 chairs. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 4 tables. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now my housing design may not be pretty, because I don't do super pretty housing because I'm bad at it. But what it is easily repeatable. So you just go like this, bring it out to the same threshold as the other one, go down twice, and then you have a spot for a door. I always put a torch right away, just because that's what my brain does. And I like the thought that all my NPCs are living in a fancy skyscraper or condo or whatever you want to call it. And since they don't need room to cook or do anything interesting, this works perfectly for them. And it also makes accessing them easier, because then I just go up this center pillar and boom jams. I have access to all of my NPCs. Put down our little platforms. I always put a rope through the middle just because I like it there, I suppose. Come up with it. That way I can quickly ascend or descend as is necessary. Door, 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 door. Open door, chair, open door, chair. Always make sure to face the way you want the chair to face, because if I like open this door and then face this way, it places the chair the wrong way. And if you're like me and cannot stand that being a thing, make sure to face it that way. I always make sure that they're facing inwards. Or outwards? Outwards. All the chairs are facing outwards. And then we just hop inside and turn on our auto place feature and fill it up with some kind of background. I like glass because I think when you put anything else in, it tends to create this darkened area. Like it feels darker and a little drab. And I want things bright and happy. This is Terraria. It's a fun, bright, happy game. For the most part. It's got a little bit of secret morbidness hidden in it, but I like to think of it as a happy game. And I like to do happy things. So hopefully, now that we've defeated that goblin army, we will be able to find our friendly goblin NPC. And then my life will become much better. Oh, we also need to put the cobalt shield in the accessories chest. So we'll make use of that later. And for now, guys, I think I will end the episode here. In the next episode, I'm probably going to head into the jungle, because that's my next progression point. I feel like I could go down to the dungeon and explore the dungeon, but my brain wants things out of the jungle next. And we need to collect up a few resources from the jungle to do some things. We need to collect some more health stuff for some things. Ooh, and I need to make this sword. This is a critical piece of making some powerful weaponry later on. So I'll put that in my chest too. We'll save those. And I will call it good here. But for now, guys, thanks so much for watching, and have a good one.